Okay, what are we missing? We are missing... the boots. Right? Yeah, we're missing the boots. Slightly northwest of the statue. Talk about this. Wait. Okay. So if we were to go towards the statue, it's slightly northwest, so it's like right over here then. If I can actually start swimming, so I can actually see. Wait. Oh no, that's just the stupid plant thing. Okay, give me a second. I'm gonna go toggle collision for a second. No, I didn't want to change the wind doors toggle collision. Okay, I want to see. There it is. So it's about right here then. Oops. Clicking all the wrong buttons right now. There we go. So we picked up his entire armor, and we've also picked up True Flame. It's right here. So there is a problem with True Flame. There are chances where True Flame will be clipped right inside of the stairs. It does happen. There is literally no solution for that, except for toggle collision, of course. For every other piece of armor, pretty much follow this in the description of this video. Maybe I'll pin a comment. I might do that instead, and that will pretty much reveal all of the locations of every single piece of stuff that you're seeing.
I hope I...
Okay, you don't say anything. Okay.
Good.
I wanted to know if she would scream for guards. That's why I wanted to. That's why I saved. Yeah, I think I'll do a pinned comment. I'll figure out how to do that. Now, pin a comment to this video specifically. So though, if you want to find all pieces of the armor, you'll at least have a written version of that in the comments once that's out. Alright. Shadow Walk has now ended. That's awesome. Let's find out. Healing Vitality. Hello.
I've been waiting for this moment. So,
Lord Crusader, once again you've made it back, surviving what most would consider certain death.
in both voice and action.
Drakius informed me of your arrival. We've already drawn up plans to take over the Imperial City and remove Gareth from power.
Cool.
All we're waiting for is your command, sir.
Castle Relays.
We occupied it for a short while after your disappearance. The Imperial Legion then showed up one day and ordered us to vacate it. No sooner than we had left the building, they surrounded us in the courtyard and tried to arrest us. That's when we knew that something was amiss.
Your equipment.
Even while on the run, we have had benefactors wanting to see our resistance succeed. We have a supply of high-quality steel that Sergius uses to make this heavy armor that we're wearing, as well as shields for the new members. Sir Gaiman and Sir Gokimir were also able to obtain a shipment of legendary Skyforged steel swords from Skyrim, with which to arm their squads.
Gareth.
I don't know how he obtained it, but he has the Amulet of Kings, and used it to relight the dragon fires, claiming the Imperial throne for himself.
But I have the...
There are rumors that his Amulet of Kings is a fake, and that he is not a legitimate successor to the Septums.
I can tell you he's not legitimate.
But while the dragon fires are burning, he has support from most of the Imperial Legion, and many citizens, especially the elves.
Oh, well, especially the elves. I mean, Imperial City.
Gareth ordered the Imperial City sealed off. The entrances are heavily guarded and barred from the inside. There's no way of getting in without a small army and heavy siege equipment.
Well,
Fortunately for us, we have some contacts on the inside who will open the gates for us when the time comes.
I mean, technically, can we just ask the Eldmary Dominion? I mean, I don't really... I mean, I feel sick just thinking about it, but we can ask the Eldmary Dominion to do it. They love to invade the Imperial City. The Imperial Legion.
The Imperial Legion was thrown into turmoil when Gareth proclaimed himself Emperor. Most of them believed that they were duty-bound to serve whomever relit the dragon fires, whether they liked the person or not. Others believed that some sort of trickery was involved and refused to recognize him as Emperor. But the pivotal moment was when Gareth ordered them to round up minority races, and that's when the fighting began. Many Imperial Legion soldiers left in disgust, while others are now covertly aiding our resistance.
Yeah, plans.
While we have enough soldiers to make a well-planned attack on the Imperial City, our biggest problem is Gareth himself. The Amulet of Kings gives him power over man and mare. His voice instantly charms lesser minds, and that's how he came into power so quickly. We can't simply march an army into the Imperial Palace, as they'll end up turning on themselves as soon as he uses the amulet's powers. We could sneak a select few into the palace, but remember that Gareth single-handedly defeated 8 Knights of the Nine at the Priory. But with your return, we finally have a champion whose combat prowess matches his, and that's what my plan revolves around. What we'll do is create a diversion while you sneak in via the Imperial sewer system. When you're ready, let me know and I'll start a detailed briefing of the operation.
Begin the briefing.
I'll be leading the Knights of the Nine to the Imperial City as soon as the briefing ends, so we won't be able to pause the mission. Are you ready to begin?
Yes, I'm ready.
As you command, Lord Crusader. I'll go through with you what you'll need to do as soon as I've briefed the Knights.
But I'm going to be watching your
We
briefing
must
now.
deal with that situation in Daggerfall. You know, the ghost.
Finally, a purpose. Maiden.
Well, we'll need weapons, of course, and armor, provisions.
All right.
Knights of the Nine, assemble!
Scrolls and potions too.
All right.
Yes, well, it's safe. Let us pass.
Today is the day that we have been preparing for. Today is the day that the Divine Crusader has returned to lead us to victory. Today we will storm the Imperial City.
Sorry. Dang it, man.
Our primary objective is to create a diversion so that the Divine Crusader can reach the Imperial Palace. Allies within...
Oh, it also hides everything else? Okay, never mind then. Sorry. Try and keep that.
We will enter and set up a defensive formation, holding these choke points for as long as necessary. Although we will be outnumbered, the streets will prevent the enemy from flanking us, allowing us to hold our ground against a larger force. Once we're in position, the enemy will be drawn towards our location, leaving the other districts relatively unguarded. The Divine Crusader will take this opportunity to enter the Market District from a secret passage and make his way to the Imperial Palace. The enemy is a mix of Aurorans, Eliads, and Legion soldiers. Some Legion soldiers are allies and will have a red diamond painted on their armor. Do not attempt to confront Gareth if you encounter him. He is much too powerful for any of us to fight. Instead, focus your efforts on keeping the enemy away from the Divine Crusader so that he can deal with Gareth. By the end of the day, Gareth will be removed from power. His ability to influence man and mare will be broken. And without their leader to bind them here, the Aurorans will be banished back to Meridia's realm. May the Nine watch over you all. Knights of the Nine, move out!
I didn't realize the toggle menus would get rid of the dialogue.
Now that you know how we'll set up the diversion, here's what you'll need to do. You'll need to head to the north exit of the Imperial sewer system.
You
The
can't
gate
tell
there
me
may
what
be
to do.
locked, so make sure you have some lockpicks with you. Follow this map that I've given you and wait at the Market District entrance. Once we've started the attack, I'll send a runner to let you know. We'll hold our positions for as long as we can to give you time to find Gareth and defeat him. May the Nine watch over you, Lord Crusader.
Alright. Well, since this is going to be for the last quest that we can use the armor for, I want to try something before... Excuse me. That we're going to even do anything. before we even attempt the battle, we're going to try using the Crusader's armor. Now, because the Crusader's armor is empowered by Pellinel's Pellinel's nature and ability, like not his nature, but his so-called immortality and demigodness kind of thing, it should work. In theory, we should be having a good time against the boss battle. Plus, the armor's a lot more powerful now. So, there's that. I'm mostly just throwing everything that we won't need in that battle. Alright, and now we're going to go and make sure that Tess is not near us, so we can get rid of it. Where's Revert Thy Form? Quick, before Tess is near us. Thanks, Tess. You're a real treat. Okay. Wait
Yes,
here
my
then. So stupid. Alright.
Good evening. Hello.
Hello.
Old Crusade.
Blah 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 blah. Plans. Blah 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 blah. Begin the briefing. Blah 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 blah. Yes, I'm ready. Blah blah blah. Alright, I'd skip it, but just in case nobody actually heard it, this is what's gonna be. I'm gonna go do the toggle free camera.
Knights of the Nine, assemble!
Oh, that means I have to store everything again.
Today is the day that we have been preparing for. Today is the day that the Divine Crusader has returned to lead us to victory. Today we will storm the Imperial City to depose a tyrant who threatens all free people with enslavement. Our primary objective is to create a diversion so that the Divine Crusader can reach the Imperial Palace. Allies within the Imperial Legion will unbar the gates at the Talos Plaza and Temple districts. We will enter and set up a defensive formation, holding these choke points for as long as necessary. Although we will be outnumbered, the streets will prevent the enemy from flanking us, allowing us to hold our ground against a larger force. Once we're in position, the enemy will be drawn towards our location, leaving the other districts relatively unguarded. The Divine Crusader will take this opportunity to enter the Market District from a secret passage and make his way to the Imperial Palace. The enemy is a mix of Aurorans, Eliads, and Legion soldiers. Some Legion soldiers are allies and will have a red diamond painted on their armor. Do not attempt to confront Gareth if you encounter him. He is much too powerful for any of us to fight. Instead, focus your efforts on keeping the enemy away from the Divine Crusader so that he can deal with Gareth. By the end of the day, Gareth will be removed from power. His ability to influence man and mare will be broken. And without their leader to bind them here, the Aurorans will be banished back to Meridia's realm. May the Nine watch over you all. Knights of the Nine, move out! Now
Yay.
that you know how we'll set up...
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. We've already done this. Alright, let's go. Let's cast the spell. First, let's cast Conjure Thy Storage. I'm just gonna store everything in here. Just grab everything in here. We'll sort it out later. I mean, how I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna store everything in here. We're gonna do a little bit of the gold testing, because this actually gives you something that's actually really incredible, and I'll definitely show it off later. And I want to see how well it works. And in case I don't actually keep anything, I'll definitely see it through the video, so it's not really that big of a deal. We'll start with, there we go. Alright, we want... Yeah, see, nobody else is angry. So, Tess must have something weird about her scripting. Oops. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the shield. There we go. Oh! I still have toggle free camera on. There we go. I kind of wish that it gave you, like, a cape or something like that for this armor. Because it looks like it should. How's my... Ooh, yeah, about that. Do we have... Yeah, we do. Alright, let's go back. Tess?
Yes, my love.
Follow me. Alright, I kinda need to go back to the house, but it doesn't really matter. Let's continue on our... Oh, this is gonna be tough. But again, we're gonna try it with the Crusader armor rather than the... Why are these things... Okay, interesting. Uh-oh. Test, we must run. There's a guard over there. I don't think he noticed us. But I don't want to stick around and find out if he actually did notice us, to be honest. I'm gonna save again. At some point the game will crash. Because I alt-tabbed, I think, a little earlier in this kind of play session-ish, and I've also